Oh, I didn't see you over there. Hello. Today, we're going to be going through my diary. Another thing that I wrote down that really irks me is that my friends keep taking Polaroid photos. Like everywhere you go, it's like chink, chink, chink. Here, take it. Here. Yes. Oh my God, I'm going to hang this on a wall, on a thread against a wall like I'm trying to solve a freaking criminal case. Like, we were here at July 17th, 2019, and you write it on as if you're got short-term or retrograde amnesia or some shit like that. Oh, remember when I'm like, do you have Alzheimer's? Do you have Alzheimer's, bitch? What are you gonna use a Polaroid photos, you creep? For when the Wi-Fi goes down to beat your meat? Another group of people that I've stopped hanging out with or tried to hang out less with are athletes. As soon as I went in, they want to know your numbers, they want to know your benches, they want to know your squats. My bad, I told them that I was part of the wrestling team when I actually wasn't. I don't know how they figured out I wasn't in the wrestling team. It might have been my third tit hanging out my shirt. I told them I'm an athlete myself. Everybody's in the table. I'm like, yo, what's your superpower? And he's like, oh, I don't know sports that much. I'm a basketball defender. The one guy asked me, do you do 100 meters? And I said, what do I do with 100 meters? He said, no, do you do 100 meters? I said, I don't know what you're... Can I do 100? You can do someone. How do you do a length? I don't understand. And he goes, yeah, like, do you run 100? Can you run 100 meters? Do you run? I said, can I run 100? Fuck yeah, you could run 100 meters. Like, are you kidding me? I've ran 100 meters before. It's not 10 seconds, but I finished it. I mean, look at my pedometer, dude. I'm well over 1,000 steps today. Yeah, my school, they used to call me Heart Attack Sid when I was a kid. It really affected me. Most of the PE teachers used to call me Heart Attack Sid. It sucked because, well, I don't blame them. I'd pass out like if I were to run a little bit. This one's interesting. I do think there's a benefit to nutting before you go anywhere in your life, like when you're going out. And just think, it just really clears your mind and really gets the juices flowing, really makes you think, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth my energy? Because eventually whatever a guy does leads to getting laid. So if you take away the laid component out, want to see where your mind goes to, you know what I mean? If you take that motivating factor out of your life, then I wonder what happens. Maybe we'll go off and do great things, man. Maybe OnlyFans will come crashing down. Maybe we'll build a better society. So yeah, it's like, do you want to go to John's house? It's like, why would I go to John's? Give me a minute. I don't know. Do we have to go to John's house? You get what I mean? YOLO. Yes, YOLO. A lot of people say YOLO and do the most craziest shit. I'm like, why would you bungee jump from the side of a bridge? Why would you strap an elastic cord and jump off a bridge? Because you only live once, man. Yeah, exactly. You only live once. Why, dumbass? Why? So there's one time, and I wrote this down. This one time I went to a modern art dance performance. It's stuff that I can't do because I'll shit myself if I get into those kind of positions. But they finished the show, and I believe it was a great blend of different. It was a diverse dance group, which is fine. And they had gone to a telephone booth that was a prop on stage, picked up the phone and went, hello? It's our ancestors, guys. They called to say they're proud of us. Which is great. But from what time period are we talking about? Because there's certain times in history where if somebody your descendants call you and you're like, oh my god, did we make it? And they're like, we did a dance performance for you. It's like, cut. Ooh, I've been watching Love on the Spectrum. I think it's good to know you're not the only one. I love the Australian version because it just gets me. I don't know what I mean. It's not the fact that people are autistic or they're Australian. It's just a funny combo. You know what I mean? Like, nothing wrong with vanilla, nothing wrong with uh cyanide. Like, there's nothing wrong with sausages and there's nothing wrong with ice cream, but nobody would put sausage on ice cream. Australia and autism is just such a divine combination, right? It's just an unusual in my head. It's just an unusual combination. And because I always think Australians are just, they're just great people. And I'm really digging my own grave here. I have a favorite quote from Love on the Spectrum Australia, that I wrote down here on the bigger book, on the joke book. But one of the contestants used to say, and I wrote this down. He went, I'm gonna do an Australian accent, so don't judge me. I'm on the autism spectrum. I've been ignored by a lot of girls my entire life. Hopefully, I'll have a girlfriend. Hopefully, is all I can say.